I'm Bishop David Allen Hall, prelate over the Tennessee headquarters ecclesiastical jurisdiction for the Church of God in Christ. I've served as the former publishing board representative, editor of the Whole Truth newspaper and magazine, and the chief executive officer of the Church of God in Christ Publishing House, combination of more than 35 years of service. I'm honored to serve also the church that our founder, Bishop Charles Harrison Mason, founded and pastored for many years, the Temple Church of God in Christ, located in Memphis, Tennessee, the headquarters of the Church of God in Christ. I'm currently running for the office of General Board for the Church of God in Christ this November 2016, and hopefully the Lord will bless us in this quadrennial year for the election to be positive that I might serve our great church. But what I'm basically here for, and the main purpose that I'm speaking to you today, is in behalf of the Elder Elijah Hill. Elder Hill is a fellow and a scholar in the Church of God in Christ, well-known historian. First of all, I'd like to say to him, thank you. Thank you for 25 years of dedicated service, preserving the Church of God in Christ history, and congratulations on 38 years in the ministry. I have personally known and watched Elder Hill and his passion through the years as he produced many books and done many things in terms of activities that have heightened our level of awareness of the history of our great church. Nevertheless, many of you may not know him, and I'd like to just share with you some of the accomplishments and contributions that he, as an independent writer, journalist, historian, author, have made over the years, not only to the larger world, but in particular to the Church of God in Christ through our publishing house. I've written down a few things that I want to share with you that would demonstrate his devotion and commitment to service. In April of 1992, I placed an article in the Whole Truth about Elder Hill. He was getting a proclamation from the mayor's office in Omaha, Nebraska, as he did work on the life of our very first general supervisor of women, Mother Lizzie Robinson. His work is well known and renowned for his research and finding so many artifacts from her life. In 1992 again, in November, I placed an article in the Whole Truth, and that article was entitled Official Now. It was an article that told the story of how Elder Hill and others worked to have a street named in honor of Mother Lizzie Robinson in the city of Omaha, Nebraska. In 1993 of April, I placed another article in the Whole Truth concerning Elder Hill's being the very first and youngest African American to be appointed to the Landmark Heritage Preservation Commission in Omaha, Nebraska. Quite prestigious. You have to do a number of things to gain that distinction. And at a young age, he was well on his way to making those outstanding achievements. In 1994, we again selected him for to be lifted up as we gave him recognition, because he was recognized by the state of Nebraska and the governor of Nebraska with an award recognizing his contribution. And also he and his late pastor, Bishop Vernon Richardson, shook the hand of the governor, and there was a great activity, and pleasantries were exchanged, and it was just a great day for him. In 1998, Elder Hill released a book called Biblical Prophecy, and biblical prophecy, the unsealing of the last things. Yes, that was the title, the unsealing of the last things. And I personally wrote the foreword in that book. And that book was also endorsed by the late presiding Bishop Chandler David Owens. In 2005, April, the Assemblies of God, that great denomination, its magazine had a story about Elder Hill and his book concerning the life, the biography of the General Supervisor, Mother Lizzie Robinson. In many ways, he has become the authority on her life. In 2006, November, I published a Whole Truth article surrounding the review of a book that Elder Hill wrote, and the book called Women Come Alive. It was the biography and a life of several, and though that many church contributions that Mother Robinson and all the persons that she worked with achieved. It was in June of 2006 that I asked Elder Hill to write an article, and that article was about the great Azusa Street celebration. It featured many of our Kojic scholars, and since he was one of the featured scholars at the Los Angeles Church of God in Christ, it embraced all of that activity there in Los Angeles. In November of 2006, I personally invited Elder Hill to become one of the writers at the publishing house, at a publishing house conference. And he was selected as one of 4 writers to help write commentary for our Church of God in Christ Sunday School and YPWW literatures, etc. In 2008, I requested that Elder Hill would submit an article on his growing concern for the need for a Kojic Museum website, which he has accomplished, in fact. And that article entitled The Internet, the Kojic Museum website, told of that development and how it is touching the lives of so many people. I want to personally thank Elder Hill for his 25 years of service. I want him to personally know that he is a historian and a prolific writer, and one that is well deserving, that he should be acknowledged as one of the keepers of the flame in this year's Holy Convocation, November 10th, 2016. And I'd like to encourage him to keep on keeping on. Don't stop, Elder Hill. There are many great things that you will record, and history will record one thing about you, sir, that you were a dedicated scholar and historian for the church that we all love.